In this problem, we're given some string s and some k, and this n is just the length of the string we're given. And what we want to do is we want to use this algo k times. And what this algo is we first check if there's an a in the string, and if there is, we want to take away the leftmost occurrence of this a, and then we check if there's an a again. If not, we go on to b, then c, then d, and so on and so forth. So if we look at the first test case, k is 3, so we want to run this algo 3 times. So is there an a? Yes. So let's take off the 3 leftmost times you can see a, which would be here, here, and here, and therefore our final string that we're left off with would be this. Okay, so now let's read everything in. So we're given int n and k, and also a string s, and then we cin n, k, and s. So if we have a set, then that makes no sense because we'll only see one occurrence of A, B, or C in this case. So what we can have is a multi-set, which will sort everything like a set does, but it can have more than one occurrence. So let's create that. So let's create a multi-set of characters, which I'll just call ms. And what we can do is for char c, for each character in a string, we can insert that into our multi-set. So in the end, it'll be ordered. So it'll be a. What's in this case? There are like 4 A's, and then some B's, and then some C's, and so on and so forth, right? So what we can do is, now that it's ordered, we just want the first k elements of this. So then we can say for, so it's char, so for char c in ms, if k, so we need a final multi-set, so I'll just call this a multi-set of characters, I'll just call it f for final. If k, then f dot insert c, and then minus minus k. And so here, when k is 0, we stop. And so now this new multi-set f, which is our final set, will contain all the characters we have to delete. So now we can just go through our string from left to right, and if that is part of our multi-set, we take that off, and then we also take it off from the multi-set, and then we keep on going. So how do we do that? So let's have our final string called answer, which I'll, it's an empty string, and then for char c in our string that we're given, what we can do is we can check whether we can, so let's create an iter and check if we can see this character in our final set, in our final multi-set f. So auto iter equals ms, sorry, f dot find c. Now if this iter doesn't equal f dot end, which means we have found something, then we do m dot erase iter, because we don't want to take away more than the needed occurrence of some character. Otherwise, we can just simply add this character to C because we know it's not in the set. And in the end, we can just output our answer. So what this does is we first check if we can find this character C in our string in our final multi-set. If we can find it, we just erase that from our multi-set and nothing more, because we don't want to add this to our answer string. And if we erase it from, my bad, it should be f. And if we erase it from our multi-set f, then we take away essentially that occurrence. And then in the end, if it's not in our multi-set f, we can just add that character to our final answer, and then we can output our final answer. Okay, let's see if this works. CCA BB, ooh, our output is just A. F dot find C, iter does not equal to f dot end, f dot erase iter, otherwise ans plus equals cc your answer. Let's see if our multiset f is correct. If k is bigger than 0, we do this. Oh, okay. We want to do that. Otherwise, we want to break. So now let's check if this works. CCC, B, B, A, B, A, C, C. Yep, that looks right. And this should all just be C's. Looks good to me. And this should be empty. Okay, let's submit. And voila.